Uh, Hi, my name is Yiğitcan, and I live in Ankara. I'm a college student, senior year, and I wanted to make this video because of the misinformation that's been going on, or lack of information in the international audience. I want everyone to know why the Turkish people are fighting today and why it is today. I wanted to start with Erdogan's rise to power in 2002. He was elected after a really, really big economic crisis, and everyone was sick of the same actors in politics for a very long time, uh, and they welcomed a new face. He was the mayor of Istanbul before that, and he was very liberal, both economically and at least on paper, socially. He supported many rights at the beginning, at least he pretended to, and got even more votes when the military, as they always do, threatened to end his rule by a coup d'état. He played the victim card there, a card that he has played most regularly, and he won the 2007 election. And in the same year, his brother, as he calls it, won the presidency election. After that, he went on a crusade against the military and got the military down. All the top generals are either in prison or they have resigned. After a referendum, judicial reform took place, which he may claim that liberated the judiciary, or he may claim that um, is on par with European Union reforms, but we all know in Turkey that made the judges afraid of losing their jobs, so they ended up answering to him. He runs a very tight rule in his party. He runs a very tight rule in the parliament, in his cabinet. Uh, no one does anything that, at least this is a perception of Turkey, and this has not been proved wrong in any case. No one does anything that is at odds with what Erdogan believes is right for the country, and this has been for quite some time now. A week ago, they passed a law in the parliament that banned the sale of alcohol between the hours of 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. Before that, there were reports that they've made the morning after pill uh, something that you can get with a prescription only. Before that, there were talks that they were going to ban abortion, and way before that, there was a bombing in the town of Roboski that killed a lot of people, and landmarks are being torn down all across the country. Once he looked at a statue and called, "What is this freak?" and next day it was demolished. This is how a single man rule we're going through. I'm not kidding about this. People have been killed by police violence a lot in the last 3 or 4 years because the police answer to him as well. He may claim that it's not the case, he does it so regularly, but we all know he does. From the taxi drivers, to the grocers, to the students, to just homemakers. Everyone knows that the police answer to him, the judiciary answer to him, the military now answers to him, and there's not a single voice that can speak up against him, neither in the parliament nor anywhere else, until today. This is why we are rising up today. This is why all across the country people are gathering in the streets with pots and pans, with just rags over their faces to cover themselves from pepper spray, which the police are using very, very liberally. And people are just singing songs, they're dancing. Are they not throwing stones at cops? Yeah. Are they not vandalizing the towns? I've seen some occasions. But I've also seen that when I was in the protest today in Ankara and fell down on the ground because of the pepper spray that landed right on my feet, I fell down nearly unconscious, and a woman, I have no idea who she is. She has no idea who I am. Just poured vinegar over my face to soak up the pepper spray. She got me back up to my feet, and I saw her do the same to many other people. Today we were in Ankara and we pushed the police from Kızılay's Güven Park. And we heard that people in Taksim did the same, and they took Gezi Parkı. But this is not enough. We are not just fighting for Gezi Parkı. We are not just fighting for the people that the police killed while suppressing the protests. We are doing this because even as I'm filming this video, I'm afraid. I'm genuinely afraid that someone is going to see this video, bust through my door, and take me to custody. I'm not joking. I've not said anything discriminating about neither Tayyip Erdoğan nor the Justice and Development Party, or AKP as we call them. But I'm afraid. I'm afraid because each tweet that I tweet can be my demise. Each post that I write in my blog can end up with me being in custody. This has happened. Everywhere people are afraid to speak up until today against many decisions that Tayyip Erdoğan took arbitrarily, took on his own. People were afraid to speak up against that because people who did speak up against that, journalists, military members, ex-police members, they've all been jailed, imprisoned. And they have been taken into custody and not even know what their crime was. This all has happened. I'm making this video for everyone to understand why we're fighting. All across the globe, people need to understand why we're fighting. We're fighting because we're afraid. We were afraid and we were fed up with being afraid. We no longer want to be afraid. We don't want to be afraid of drinking a cup of beer, a glass of beer in the middle of the night. We don't want to be afraid of speaking up. We don't want to be afraid of going to protests. We don't want to be afraid of our governments. We are fed up of being afraid. So please, if you can, share this video, comment, or do whatever. Just know, just let everyone know that we're not doing this out of spite, out of a simple reason. We're doing this because we're fed up after 10 years of Tayyip Erdoğan and after 10 years of being afraid of Tayyip Erdoğan. Thank you very much for watching.